Hello, children. Today we are going to start with a new chapter, chapter number 6, Lines and Angles. Yes, when I said the lesson name Lines and Angles, is it familiar to you all? Yes? Have you heard the same name in 7th standard? You had a chapter named Lines and Angles. So, in this video, we are just going to first see what are the basic things that you have already learned in the previous classes. Okay, it may be in your 7th standard or maybe in your 5th, 4th standard. Okay, so this chapter it is a part of geometry. Previous year polynomials it was a part of what? Algebra. Coordinate system it was a part of geometry. Okay, now let us start with the basic concepts. So whether have you heard about a word point? Yes, of course, everyone has. How we can define a point? Have you heard the definition of a point? Yes, if I say that it is a smallest object or it is the smallest geometrical figure, then that will be the definition of your point, because your point is nothing but, suppose if I take a pen and if I just mark it on a paper. Yes, now just I have marked it on here on the screen. What you get? It is a point. Okay, that means what? It is the smallest geometrical figure we can say. Now the next it was the concept of a line. Now line we can say it is a collection of infinitely many points. It is a collection of infinitely many points in a straight manner. Okay, in a straight manner which can be extended from both the sides. That means when I draw this and when I mark it as two arrows, that means it can be extended from both the sides. It does not have any fixed length. So what is a line? A line is in collection of infinitely many points. Now here you may see that this line AB, it is just seen on the screen, it is very small. Okay, it may be of just 4 to 5 centimeter, but since I have just marked there two arrows on both the ends, I can say it is extended, it can be extended from both the sides. Okay, now infinitely many collection of points you are saying. If you are not able to, just see your computer screen. You know what are the pixels? Yes. Now if you take when the monitor is on and if you take a pic, you will see that in your mobile pic, in your mobile phone, you will see the dot dot dot. Yes, because when we see the screen, we don't find that dots. But when we take the pic, we will see that there are many dots, collection of dots it is. Okay, that is the pixel. Okay, pixel is what? That number of points what you will have on the screen. That you leave it, but here what is your line is? Your line is the collection of infinitely many points which can be extended from both the sides. Okay, the next was a line segment. A line segment is what? A line segment is a part of a line which has two endpoints. That means it has a fixed length. It cannot be extended from both the sides. Okay. Now suppose if I draw it here, it is AB. This is a line segment. This line segment, it has two endpoints. It has a fixed length. I cannot extend it from both the sides. Okay. Now this line segment either I can read as AB or you can read it as BA. Similarly, if it is a line, the same thing I can read it as line AB or I can read it as line BA. No difference. Okay. Now the third case is your array. Array was what? Again it is a part of a line which has one endpoint and the other side you can extend it. Only it can be extended from the other side, only from one side. Okay, that means suppose if I am drawing here if I am saying that AB is a ray, okay, that means from B it can be extended. Now if I am drawing like this and if I say that it is a ray BA, it is wrong, because what is my initial point here? A. That cannot be extended further. So that point should be read first. So it is array AB. That means from B I can extend it. Is it clear? Okay. That means for a ray you have only one single point, a single end point, and it can be extended from one side. Okay. Next again, we had come across again angles. Okay, what was an angle? It is nothing but it is formed when two rays originate from the same end point. Okay, that means suppose if you just bend your hand, okay, if you bend your hand at your elbows, what you get? Is it an angle? Yes, it is an angle. What is the common point there? That common point, or that originates, that common point is nothing but your elbow. Okay, that means suppose if I say this is an angle, okay, suppose it is B, it is A, here it is B, and it is C. So what is the common point? This is B. Two ray, which are the two rays BA and BC, when they intersect, that point is called as a vertex. Vertex of the angle is what? That means when the two arms are nothing but the two rays of that angles. Okay, when the two arms, that intersecting point is called the vertex. Okay, in angle you have only one vertex. Is that clear? Now this angle, either you can read it as angle ABC, or you can either read it as angle CBA. The vertex should be always at the middle, in between. Okay, this and all you have already seen, you have already learned. Okay, next you have seen what are the types of angles, different types of angles you have learned. First is acute angle. What was an acute angle? An angle whose measurement is what? Whose measurement is greater than 0. The angle whose measurement is greater than 0, but it is less than what? Less than 90 degree. Okay. So the angle should be, that measurement should be greater than 0, but it should be less than 90 degree. Only then that angle is said to be acute angle. That means I can say 45 degree, 39 degree. Okay. So they are what? They are all acute angles. Then right angle. Right angle means what? If the measure of the angle is 90 degree, exact 90, then it is your right angle. Okay. Then what is obtuse angle? Obtuse angle means if your measure of the angle is greater than 90 but less than 180. Okay. If the measure of the angle is greater than 90 but less than 180, then that angle is said to be obtuse angle. That means if I say 120 degree, yes, it is an obtuse angle. Clear? Then straight line angle. Straight line angle means I can form a straight line. What is the angle? It will be 180 degree. So the angle which measures 180 degree is called as a straight line angle. Next is reflex angle. Reflex angles are the angles whose measurement is greater than 180 but less than 360. Whose measures are greater than 180 but less than 360. That means if I say angle 185, I cannot say this is an obtuse angle, because obtuse angle should be greater than 90 but less than what? 180. Now 185 is greater than 180 degree and it is less than 360, and hence it is a reflex angle. Okay. Always a reflex angle we can calculate. How? I can calculate just, suppose if I want to find a reflex angle of 45 degree. What to do? Just subtract this 45 from 360. So 360 minus 45 if I do, I'll be getting here 5. So here 5 minus 4 it is 1, 315. So 315 will be reflex of your 45 degree. Okay, is that clear? So that will be the reflex angle. Then one more angle is there, where the complete angle. Complete angle was what? Your complete angle, that means your measure of the angle, it will be 360. That means if I start from here and again it comes there itself, on the same line itself, then that angle is called to be a 360 degree. The measure is 360. The angle will be a complete angle. Okay. Also you have zero angle. Zero means if the measure is equal to 0 degree. Okay. Your complete angle 360 and 0 degree. That means your angle will be 0 itself. But it will be what? The same line itself. Your 0 degree and 360, they are the same line itself. Only a straight line. Okay. Is this clear? Next. Now see, in this figure, you can see that green ray, is it between two arms? It is between, or it is, I have drawn it between the angle. Okay, that means whether the angle is divided into how many parts when I draw that green ray. Yes, you have got there two parts. That is angle A and angle B I have got in each figure. Okay. So now let us see. Can I say this green ray, it divides the angle in two parts such that it has a common vertex. It has a common vertex and the uncommon arms are at the both sides of the common arm. That means then that angle is called as your adjacent angles. Okay. So that will be your adjacent angles. Adjacent angles, that means what? Adjacent angles, they have common vertex and means I can say two angles are adjacent if they have a common vertex and I have a common arm. And the two uncommon arms, they lie on the opposite sides of the common arm. Now see here, this is my common arm, right? And these are my uncommon arms. They lie on the opposite sides of common arm. And therefore, angle A and angle B are what? They are adjacent angles. Now here each figure is an adjacent angle itself. Okay? Is that clear? Now, also we have seen the definition of complementary angles. What was a complementary angle? If the sum of two angles is 90 degree, okay, then the two angles are said to be complementary angle. Now here I have shown the adjacent angles, but for complementary angles you can have any two angles whose sum is 90. Then the angles will be complementary. That means suppose if I have been given angle 30 degree, what will be the complement of this angle? What should I do? Just 90 minus 30. So 60 degree is complement of your 30 degree, complementary angle of 30 degree. Is that clear? Next definition, it is your supplementary angle. Supplementary angle means what? If sum of two angles is equal to 180 degree, they are called to be supplementary angles. Okay. Now, using this, again the same. If I have been given one angle, suppose it is 120 degree, what will be the supplementary angle of 120? Just subtract 120 from 180. So 180 minus 120, I'll get the 60 degree. That means 120 degree and 60 degree are supplementary angles of each other. Is that clear? Okay. Next one. Now, the next again you might have heard about linear pair of angles. What were linear pair of angles? The definition is the two adjacent angles, or I can say adjacent angles, are said to be linear pair only if they form what? The uncommon arms, they form a straight line. Okay, here this were the uncommon arms, they form a straight line. Only then I can say that angles will be, angle A and angle B will be what? Supplementary angle. Okay, I'll get it as a straight line. That means if I draw like this, okay, this is my angle A, this is my angle B. Now can I see that angle A and angle B are linear pair? No, they are not linear pair. Okay, because I cannot have it as a straight line. I don't have it as a straight line. The uncommon arms, these are the uncommon arms, they don't form a straight line, and hence your angle A and angle B are not what? Linear pair of angles. Okay, that means I cannot say that every adjacent angle is linear pair. It is not true, but every linear pair angles are what? Adjacent. Okay, so this case, this will be your adjacent as well as what? Linear pair angles. So I can say that in this case here it is angle A plus angle B, it is equal to 180 degree, and they are linear pair. Okay. Now here the single line, suppose this line it is AB, I have divided into how many parts? Just see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 parts. Okay. Now, if I add all these 12 parts, all the angles of this 12 parts, then it will form what? That I'll be getting it as 180 degree itself. And then that I can say this all 1, 2, 3. Okay. They all, that all angles, I cannot say that each angle will be supplementary. I cannot say this angle and this angle are supplementary. No, they are not. Total of that all, it will form a line. Okay, they will form a line. That is the main thing. That means I can say that if I have given here 1, 2, 3 up to 12, I can say angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 and so on, angle 12, that is equal to 180 degree, because they form a straight line. Okay, this are not your supplementary angles. They are not supplementary angles, because supplementary angles, that means I need only a pair contains only two angles. Okay, here the sum of this all 12 angles I'll get as 180, but that 12 angles are not supplementary angles, because for supplementary angles I need only two angles. Is that clear? Okay, now see here, this is your angle, suppose POR. If POR is this, can you tell which will be my linear pair for POR? Linear pair means what? If I add that two adjacent angles, I should get a straight line. So can I say that ROQ will be the linear pair of POR? Yes, because angle this plus angle this, I will get it as what? A straight line. Is that clear? Okay. Now, whenever it is shown like this, if I have drawn here, okay, and I have shown like this and this, that means what? That means these two angles are equal. Now here in this figure, which two angles are equal, or which pairs are equal? See here, can I say POR and ROS are equal angles, because I have shown with the same sign. Similarly, SOT and TOQ are again what? They are again here same angles. Okay. Now can I say again, angle POR plus angle ROS plus angle SOT plus angle TOQ will be what? That will be equal to 180 degree, because all the angles, if they form a straight line. Is that clear? The reason you should not give it as linear pair, because linear pair means what? I should have only two angles, two adjacent angles. In this case, your A and B angle are linear pair because only two angles I have and they form what? A straight line. Hope this is clear to you. Okay. Next, see what is given. If a ray stands on a line, then the sum of two adjacent angles so formed is 180 degree. That means if a ray stands on a line, this is a line. If a ray stands on a line, then the sum of two adjacent angles so formed is always what? 180 degree. Okay. What we have seen, the sum of two adjacent angles is 180, then they are called as linear pair, that we have already seen. Okay, this is it clear? That is your first axiom. Axiom is nothing but it is a proven statement. We no need to prove it. Okay, it is already proved. Already, that is a proven statement which we make use while proving the other theorems. Theorem means what? Now we are going to study theorem in this chapter. Okay. So theorems are nothing but the mathematical statements which we have to prove. Okay. Using different axioms or any other concepts. Axioms are what? Axioms are the proven statements. Clear? Okay. Now see here four angles I have drawn. Just check whether which pair is a linear pair. Whether angle AOC and COB is a linear pair? No. They are not linear pair. They are adjacent angles but they are not linear pair. Again, angle AOC and COB in the second figure, are they linear pair? No. They are not linear pair. See the sum 60 plus 80. It is 140. They won't. Now see the third figure. Angle AOC and COB. Are they linear pair? Yes. Because 125 plus 55 if I do, I'll get it as 180 degree. That means whether that AOB it forms a straight line. Yes, it is shown with the scale. I get that AOB is a straight line. And if you check, the sum is also what? It is 180. Okay. Again, whether this BOC and AOC in the fourth figure, are they linear pair? No. Because your AOB don't form a straight line. And sum of the two angles is also not 180 degree. Is that clear? So, can we say again, if the sum of two adjacent angles is 180, then the non-common arms of the angles form a line. Yes, in first axiom what we have stated, if the non-common arms, if on a line, if there is an arm on a line, then the sum of two angles we get it as 180. Here it is just the reverse of it. What it is told? If the sum of two adjacent angles is 180, then the non-common arms of the angles, they form a straight line. Okay. Now combination of these two axioms together we call it as linear pair axiom. Okay, that is the important one. Linear pair axiom. Sum of two angles, if it is 180, then it is that non-common arms will form a straight line. Or if I say if there is a line and there is a ray on a line, then sum of two angles formed will be 180 degree. Is that clear? Okay. Hope this is clear to you. Now, again, here it is intersecting lines and non-intersecting lines. Now, suppose if I have any two lines in the same plane, okay, in the same plane, if I have two lines, then there are only two, means I have only two possible conditions. What? Either that two lines will intersect each other or they will not intersect with each other. Intersect means what? They will cross each other. Okay, that means if I take these two lines, whether these two lines in the figure 1, are they called the intersecting lines? Yes. Okay, because they cross each other. Now see in the second figure, your PQ and RS, they will not cross each other even though if I extend it from both the sides. Okay, they will not cross each other. So they are called to be what? They are called to be the parallel lines. Okay, the examples you can have it as a railway track. If you check the railway tracks are always parallel to each other. Yes, then again the bars of your window bars. If you see the window bars, then we'll see that again they are what? They are parallel to each other. They will not intersect anywhere. Is that clear? So any two lines, either they intersect or they are parallel to each other. Okay, definition of parallel lines are what? If the lines are not intersecting, they are called as parallel lines. Hope this concept it is clear to you. Okay, this and all are whatever you have studied in your previous classes. Okay, so hope everything is these concepts are clear. Further we'll be seeing in the next video. Okay, thank you.